Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Again, we'll be talking about the upcoming World Cup. So I think at the moment we're about around 35 to 40 hours away from kickoff. First game, Mexico versus South Africa. So it's really coming close. I have caught a very severe case of World Cup fever, and that is why when I'm bored and I have extra time, like right now, I'm gonna be making some videos for the World Cup. This time, I'm gonna be talking about certain players I'm gonna be keeping an eye on for this World Cup. Players that I think others should also keep an eye on. I already made a prediction video a couple days ago. For those of you who missed it, spoiler alert, I think Spain will win it, England second, France third, and Portugal fourth. So that's my World Cup prediction when I actually run through the whole simulation. But in terms of players to watch out for, I've collected a list of 5 players to watch out for this upcoming World Cup. Now, obviously, there's 48 teams, so a list of 5 is not gonna capture the whole essence of the tournament. But these are 5 players that I think I'll be keeping a close eye on for different reasons. Some of these players I think would perform really well in the World Cup. Some of these players are under so much pressure that I'm gonna be keeping an eye on them to see if they withstand that pressure. So yeah, these are players I'll be keeping an eye on. First on my list, Anthony Gordon, right? Left winger for England. He's been called into the squad, a squad that has not favored some of the other attackers of a similar age and stature to Anthony Gordon. Obviously, no Phil Foden, no Cole Palmer in the squad. Anthony Gordon, 18 caps for England, 2 goals. I think I'll be keeping a close eye on him because he'll be under some pressure. There's been a lot of skepticism around him. He's made that move from Newcastle to Barcelona for 80 million euros. So people will naturally be surrounding him with some question marks. Are you worth that much? Are you a Barcelona level player? Again, Newcastle to Barcelona, that's a very big jump. He's a good player. He's 25 years old. He's not young exactly anymore. He's entering the prime of his career. That is why this World Cup, if he has a good performance, he can really boost his image before even playing for Barcelona. At the same time, if he doesn't have a good World Cup, there will be even more question marks around him before he even plays one season for Barcelona. He has a lot to gain and a lot to lose from this World Cup. I actually think his playstyle sort of suits England at the moment and also suits tournament football. Very fast runner in behind, loves to press as well. And if we know what Harry Kane likes to do as a number 9 for England, he'll drop deep, but he'll play those passes in towards runners. I also think that's why Gordon and Rashford, similar profiles in this England squad at that left wing, because they know that Harry Kane thrives when he has runners going in and around him. So Anthony Gordon is my first player. Could have a lot of England players on this list actually. I was thinking about Kane, Declan Rice, Reece James, players that, if they have a good World Cup, that would really cement their legacy. But from England, I've gone with Anthony Gordon. Next player I've gone with is actually another Premier League player. I've gone with Bruno Fernandes. I think, different reason, I'll watch him compared to Anthony Gordon because I think he will have a really good World Cup. He's coming off a good season for Manchester United, 30 goals and assists combined. I think he will carry that momentum into this World Cup. He has brilliant midfield partners in and around him. I'm just looking at some of the names in this squad. In the defense, you've got Cancelo, Nuno Mendes, obviously at PSG, Mateus Nunes, Manchester City, Bernardo Silva, no longer Manchester City, but still a brilliant player nonetheless. And then you've got that PSG duo, João Neves, Vitinha, and then you add Bruno Fernandes on top of that. I think that midfield, they will contest that they are the best midfield in the whole World Cup. And honestly, you wouldn't have much other midfields that could go toe-to-toe with them. Again, those 2 PSG players, what a season. What a seasons they've had in the past 2 seasons actually. Back-to-back Champions Leagues, and then the guidance of Bernardo Silva, energy of Mateus Nunes, who could also shift in at right back as we know. And yeah, Bruno Fernandes, of course. I actually think it helps that Ronaldo is still in the squad because it takes some attention of Bruno away, so he's less in the spotlight, if that makes sense. If that could help. Obviously, Ronaldo's 41, so he's not on his prime anymore, but he'll still be. I think he'll still play simply because of his stature. But we've got some promising attackers there as well. Rafael Leao, Gonzalo Ramos, who had a good last World Cup. But in general, I think the heart of this team will be Bruno Fernandes for this World Cup. I think, as I already mentioned in my prediction video, I think Portugal will go on a very, very, very deep run. So I think Bruno will be my second player on this list. I think he'll have a good World Cup. Third player on this list is a bit of a similar reason to Anthony Gordon. Not as positive as Bruno. Third player on this list is Vinicius Jr. I think it's obvious why a lot of people will be keeping an eye out on him. It's been a while since Brazil have won a World Cup. It's crazy that you could say that actually. It's been a while for any nation to win a World Cup. But Brazil have that privilege, of course, being the 5-time winners that they are. And it's been a while since they've won one. It has been a while. And they will be feeling that this time, this 2026 edition, it's finally time for them to get back on that championship podium. Brazil's squad is interesting, of course. Stacked. It's always stacked. We've got Carlo Ancelotti, who Vinicius Jr. obviously knows really well from Real Madrid. But again, in general, it's just a stacked team. We got Rafinha in that front line as well. But again, all eyes will be both on Neymar and Vini Jr. But Neymar, of course, is 34. Hasn't been at the highest of levels in terms of club football past couple of years. So the actual player who they'll be looking to contribute the most in the actual games that they play, I think, is Vini Jr. Neymar being there also takes away some of the spotlight of Vini Jr. And again, just like Bruno having Ronaldo, that might actually help Vini Jr. a little bit calm down. He's 25 years old, prime of his career, 49 caps for Brazil, 9 goals for his national team. It'd be such a good time for him to cement his legacy as one of Brazil's best players at the moment. And it would be a really good time for Brazil to get another World Cup because, it's, as I mentioned already, it's been quite some time. Strong squad as well. Brazil, Casemiro's in there, Bruno Guimaraes. I do wonder about their defensive end though. We've got Gabriel Marquinhos, but fullback position could be where they are exploited. Nevertheless, Brazil will naturally go deep in the World Cup, barring any big shocks. So that's my third player on this list. Fourth player on this list, it's the only player on this list who isn't either a South American or a European. So you could say in a weird way, if his country doesn't do well in the World Cup, it's not an eyebrow raiser. But at number 4, I have Christian Pulisic. Now, I've been seeing and reading some of the stuff that's been going on around the national team of the US. There is a lot of words being exchanged between the old generation of the US men's national team and this current generation. And the narrative is that this current generation are not strong enough, not willing enough to die for the shirt, according to the words of some of the US men's national team legends. London Donovan is one I'm seeing in particular, who's really exchanging some words with the current players of the US. Pulisic has burst onto the scene over the last decade, and he's been deemed as that Captain America, has worn the captain's armband for the US number of times, but he's 27 now. He's no longer a young player. He's been in Europe for a really long time now, and he is their star boy. He's their poster boy. He needs to destroy that narrative from the old US men's national team player, and he needs to show why he is that star boy, why he is that poster boy. And the US, I think it's absolutely imperative that they have a good World Cup. Not because they're one of the football powerhouses in the world, they are not, but it's such a big boost to a growing sport in that country if they can have a good World Cup. 2018 was a disaster, and they're still feeling the effects, but look at what happened in 2010 and 2014. Their World Cup campaigns were good, and that got a lot of kids into the sport. And yeah, for a growing sport, it's not their main sport. You need your men's national team to perform well, just so you can keep the momentum of a growing sport in that country. I know a lot about that, of course, being from a country that doesn't have football as its main sport. Pulisic, 86 caps for the US, 33 goals. I think he is by far their top goal scorer in the active squad, but he's got some help around him in that front line, Timothy Weah, Anthony Robinson is actually a defender. I don't know why he's listed as an attacker here. Ricardo Pepi at PSV, Brendan Aronson at Leeds, Florin Balogun, Monaco. So Pulisic will have some help, but he is by far the player that they will all turn to in terms of supplying the goods for the US. And again, the US, they cannot accept being grouped or not going deep into this tournament. They are the hosts. They need to have a good showing just to keep the sport growing in their own country. So Pulisic will for sure be the front runner in terms of having to keep a good campaign for the US. So he's my fourth player. My fifth and last player, it's an interesting one. Obviously, you know, a lot of players will have something to prove in this World Cup. But I think Frankie de Jong from the Netherlands needs to have a good World Cup. In the general scheme of things, I think Netherlands need to have a good World Cup. They've come so close so many times. Last time around, went out on penalties to Argentina. Time before that, not that promising. 2014 obviously got close, finishing third place, and obviously 2010 and got runners up. They are a country that feel that it's long overdue that they have a World Cup. Such a rich footballing culture with, the likes of Johan Cruyff all the way back then influencing modern football today. I think Frankie de Jong, he's 29 now. So this is his last World Cup in his prime years, because by the next one, he'll be 33. And it's not a guarantee how fit and how sharp he will still be by then. So this could be Frankie de Jong's last World Cup as a prime player in his prime years. He's got some leadership help around him. Van Dijk obviously will be there. But man, I think the Netherlands, it's now or never now, because they are a team that should have won it because of the fact that they finished second, third. They've gotten close so many times. I think should have won it actually is the wrong terminology, but they've gotten runners up 3 times and then they've gotten third place once. So if you're a Dutch fan, you will feel that, come on, one of those should have gone our way. It's up to this Netherlands squad now to make sure that it does go their way. Very, very tough ask, of course, but Van Dijk's 34. As I mentioned, De Jong, it could be his last prime World Cup age. Gakpo as well, 27. Depay is already 32. Weghorst is already 33. So a lot of these players are on their last World Cup. Reinders from Man City is 27. Gravenberch is one of the young ones at 24, but it's not the youngest of squads, to be completely honest. Nathan Ake is 31. Denzel Dumfries 30. Gerald Hato is one of those younger ones from Chelsea, of course. He's a promising talent. Jurgen Timber withdrew injured as well, so that'll be a big blow to them. The Netherlands, it's going to be a very, very, very tough ask for them to win this. I don't think they will. I don't think they'll get close, but De Jong needs to have a good campaign. I think he needs to cement his legacy, because this could be his last World Cup as a Dutch international. So there you have it. Those are 5 of the players I'll be keeping a closer eye on this World Cup. Again, to recap, Anthony Gordon, Bruno Fernandes, Vinicius Jr., Pulisic, De Jong. Obviously, again, there are 48 teams in this World Cup. So you could probably pick way more than 5 players to keep a close eye on. But these are 5 of the ones that I will be doing a keen inspection on come the end of the World Cup, because either they have something to prove or I think they will prove it. But anyway, all of these players have so much to gain, but also so much to lose for the World Cup. Who is going to stand up for their team? Will it be any of these 5? It could be. They could be the reason why they win a World Cup. So there you have it. That's the conclusion of this short video of mine preparing for the World Cup. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for this World Cup. For the footballing that we're about to see. Every World Cup, I just get so excited, and this one's no different. So thank you for watching. Diego Cordero here with another video. I'll probably make more of these types of videos within the World Cup campaign, but for now, this is the conclusion of this one. Thanks for watching.